Help! The Social Security judge ruled against me and failed to explain or consider why they rejected my doctor's opinions. What can I do? Well, one of the things that possibly can be done is to take an appeal to a higher level court called the Appeals Council. And in the Appeals Council arena, you are asking the Appeals Council to look for legal errors that the judge may have made and denying your claim. Just because you don't like the decision doesn't mean that there is an appealable legal error. The goal ultimately, of course, is to get them to agree that there was an error and to remand it back to the Social Security judge or a different Social Security judge. Now, one of the most common reasons why a case is going to get remanded from the Appeals Council back to the Social Security judge is that the judge failed to properly consider and explain why they rejected your treating physician's opinion. You need to understand there is no treating physician rule in the Social Security world, but if the judge is going to reject the opinion of a physician, the judge has to explain why it is they rejected the opinion. And sometimes they don't explain it, and sometimes they don't explain it very well, and sometimes the explanation isn't consistent with what's in your medical records or forms. So it's really crucial as a starter that your medical records are complete. You're giving an accurate history of symptoms and functionality. Your doctor is documenting your exam findings, that those exam findings and your symptoms are consistent with the diagnosis and consistent with the restrictions and limitations that have been assigned. Consistency is really key because one of the ways that judges will cherry pick medical records and ultimately deny a claim is to pick apart the medical records and argue that the records aren't consistent and your testimony about your symptoms and functionality isn't credible. So going into a hearing, you want to make sure that there is this consistency. If your claim is denied, you and your lawyer are going to be looking at this decision to determine whether there are appropriate legal grounds to take an appeal. And as I've said, one of the most common ones is the failure to explain why they have rejected your doctor's opinion. If you see that, obviously you want to be talking to your lawyer. Your lawyer probably will be looking at it and talking with you. But remember, you're only going to have 60 days in which to file an appeal to the Appeals Council. Obviously, this all comes back to prep. It may be that your lawyer says to you, hey, I don't think there are any appealable errors here. And then you're going to have to decide whether you're going to find a new lawyer or you want to file a new application, giving up all the back benefits that you claimed, but starting again. That should be done in consultation with your lawyer or perhaps another lawyer who might be interested in taking your case. Give us a call today at 727-894-3188 if you have any questions.